everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and it is February 25th. That means it is the Smash That Small Paper Pad collab with Deb Huck's Crafty Cottage, excuse me. I want to thank Deb for inviting me to join this collab. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm really enjoying busting through the 6x6 pads that have been on my shelf for years. Last month I did all those Valentine cards. Well, this month I went completely the opposite direction. I'm starting with the February Find It and Finish It Junk Journal Challenge with Dear Julie, and I just started this journal yesterday, and it is due the 28th, so this is my project for today. But what did it for me was, we were to scavenger hunt and find 14 items that we had to include in our journal, and one of them was fringe. And as soon as I saw the word fringe, I thought of this stuff. I just love this fringe. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. I probably could have looked on my phone. If I've got it at Hobby Lobby, I will post. It's either Hobby Lobby or Joann's, because those are the only two places I buy ribbon. And I just love it. And then I thought, the other thing we were supposed to do was first find a paper pad and some fabric to match. And when I thought of this fringe, I thought it matches my February 6x6 paper pad perfectly. But my challenge was, I was trying to figure out how I was going to get a 50-plus page journal out of a 6x6 paper pad, plus the 4 form pages and the 5 fancy digital pages that we were allowed to use. So, it finally dawned on me yesterday, what I could do. So I sat down and I tore all the pages out, and I set aside the ones that I knew would be pages in the journal, and I'm going to flip through those 2 signatures in a minute, and then the pages that would be best for me to use for embellishments, because I knew that, aside from this paper pad, I knew one of the things I wanted to use for this collab was this die set from Sizzix. This is one of the first dies that I ever bought, and I love this tag collection. So, that was one of my things. So what I did was, I pulled out my papers, and in this paper pad there are 2 sheets of every single design. So that gave me a sheet of each for each signature. And I went through and I punched out my tags. So I have a big and a medium and a little out of 4 of the different paper pads. That one and that one I'll get it figured out in a minute. 3 paper pads. This one and this one and this one. So I've got 3 sets of tags for each of the 2 signatures. And the reason I thought about the tags was, we were to include a filled folio, 4 fabric tabs, 4 flip-flops, but we were to do filled folio, 4 of them. We were also to do a fancy folder filled with 4 items, a flip-up, flip-down filled with 4 items, and a folded envelope filled with, you guessed it, 4 items. So, I knew I needed lots of tags. Then I went to my EK Success ticket punch, and I've got these 2 sizes of tickets, and I have a set of those cut from that same paper. Let me see what I did with that paper here. So as you can see, once I punched out the tags, I had plenty of space to come back and do the ticket, and then I've still got more room that I'm going to cut out other embellishments. But I went with the 2 that I knew that I wanted first off. So I have a set of the tickets, 3 sets of 2 tickets for each signature. And then I went with the Tattered Florals die from Sizzix, which is a Tim Holtz Alterations die. And I cut out, I made 1 pass with the paper for each sheet. So I've got 4 flowers to work with. Now these, I'm going to cut or fold these apart, and they're going to be just additions, accents on a tag or a pocket. But then this one, what I did was I coffee dyed them. And then after I get them formed, I don't know if this one's going to be small enough or not, but I will form the petals and get them shaped up. I will use something smaller than the crochet hook, but this gives you the idea. It's just turning those petals under and then coming back. And this is the interesting one, trying to do the other side and going this way. And I'm going to leave a really good video down below in the description box about working with these flowers and giving them the dimensions they need. But I'm going to use the light on the bottom, and then I will be putting the dark there and that there. And then I have brads that are dark, and they have a very heritage, vintage feel to them that will go in the center of the flowers. So I'll have a flower for each one of the signatures. I also have these pieces that were from the top of the paper edge, and I can use these for trims on the tags and on pockets and pages. And then I have the signatures with the rest of the pages. Now I'm only going to show you one because they are identical, but this is one of the pages from the book. This is from a 1930s courthouse ledger. Another one of the pages. One of my digitals from Dear Julie Julie. Another one of the pages from the paper pad. We had to have something floral, so I went with a floral photo or magazine page from a Victoria magazine. More of that ledger paper. Something faded. This was from a gel printing that I did last month. That there were just some that just didn't come out. And I coffee dyed them to tone down the white a little bit. We had to have something folded. I found a picture with the bed sheet folded down. Another one of the book page, another one of the paper pads, sheets. Another piece of that ledger. Another of the paper pad. Another of the gel printing. Another of the digital kits from Dear Julie Julie. This is the back side of one of those pages. I love this. Now I also have a couple of stamp sets and die sets that are Paris French related, and I will be adding some of those embellishments to this. And you can just see the fold where the gown is folded around. I probably snidged a couple on those, but you know, more of the book, more of the digital, more of the paper pad, and then the back side of that paper pad for the Eiffel Tower. And I have two of these, so I have, by the time I go in and add all of the embellishments that I'm working on today, I've got these saved out for belly bands. I will have used the entire paper pad. So what I'd like you to do is, aside from visiting all the other girls down below who are part of this collab, is to come back tomorrow for Finish It Friday, and hopefully my plan is to have this journal finished tomorrow. Plus I have finished tag number 3 of the 52 tags handmade collab with Anna Brooks. So lots going on. Bob is gone and I'm back to work, and I'm having a blast. So I hope you'll come back and join us. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, because Shout Out Saturday is just around the corner. I'll see you tomorrow. Creative blessings.